today's webinar, obviously everyone got the invite, but it's Monetize MS Teams with TeamMate. So I do have Kristin here from TeamMate. She's been gracious enough to help me out with the demo part of this webinar. So Kristin, thank you. And if you guys haven't met Kristin, this is Kristin Alvarado. So she's been around with TeamMate for a long time. We decided to give Eric a little break today on the webinar. So we're going to go ahead and hop into the presentation. So as always, I just wanted to show you the agenda for today. So, why did we want to do this webinar? We always start with the why. For those of you who are new, and I know everyone on this call is not brand new, but there is some new partners on this call, I'm going to just describe who TeamMate is so that everyone knows who they are. We're going to meet TeamMate's newest products on this call. So this is a new product call. We're not going to really get into like TeamMate's direct routing or PBX connector on this. It's just their new products. We're going to discuss how to position these new products. Some of them are pretty easy. You'll totally get how to position them right away. Kristin is going to give a demonstration of the new products. And then we'll save some time at the end for questions and answers, right? So Q&A. All right. So why? Why are you guys here? And why should you care about this? And if you've been on my webinars before, these are reused bullet points that are totally applicable to this. It's a really competitive market out there with VoIP. So anything you can do to get in the door, upsell your customers, or, number two, keep your customers, right? Teams is really integrated into our, not only MSP customers that you already have, but VoIP customers. Teams is big. Everyone uses it. I know we do here internally at RingLogix. So being able to leverage your customers' needs, right? So, they might want to sign up with phones, but they also have this Teams solution that they want to use, and they want to use more of it. You have to be able to grant them their wishes. And for you guys, it's going to make you more money. So you can, upsell the customers that you already have, or even new customers that you're getting. So those are the whys. So who's TeamMate, right? TeamMate is a gateway platform. It provides hosted PBX vendors like us, RingLogix, right? Integration with Microsoft Teams. So it's going to allow your existing team users to have access to additional services. So that's who they are. Fun fact, you guys might know, if those of you that have been around a long time, we actually had our own direct routing solution at RingLogix, and we still do. It's just that we will be looking to sunset it. We realized very quickly it takes a massive amount of people to manage a integration like, direct routing. So when TeamMate was Albert and Eric from TeamMate were actually doing the direct routing thing at the same time. So when we decided that we were looking to sunset our direct routing solution, TeamMate was a natural partner for us. So that's why we landed with them, and they're the best. So, but TeamMate's new products, right? So they have 4 new products. Actually 3 brand new. SMS Connector's been around for a little while. I just don't think we've given it enough attention, so I wanted to add it in this list. So today we'll be meeting SMS Connector, or revisiting it. The new products are Teams Call Recorder, Teams Chat Connector, and Operator Connect Express, which you may see as OCE for short too. So these are the products that we'll be going over today. So SMS Connector, right? This has been around a little while. Like I said, I just don't feel like we've given it enough attention, and it's pretty cool. But what it is it allows the end users in Teams to send, read, and manage SMS messages, right, from their native workflow in Teams with a custom branded app, right? The coolest thing to me about this product is that it does not require any special Microsoft licensing, right? So it's going to allow that user to send and receive SMS messages via the TeamMate SMS app without ever leaving Teams, okay? So that's what I think. And I love the custom branded app. And when we say custom branded, it's not custom branded to RingLogix, it's custom branded to you as a partner. So if you take advantage of SMS Connector, you're putting your little branded app inside Teams for you as a provider, not RingLogix, which is really sweet. So the the SMS app is seamlessly integrated into the Microsoft Teams. To use it, you're just going to open it within Teams, input a phone number, select your recipient, type the message, and hit send. So it's super simple. Kristin's going to show you guys this real life. It goes in a channel, which I've seen it, and it's really cool. Eric showed it on a call before, but we're going to highlight it a little bit here. This is more of a leave behind. It just kind of gives you like a little workflow on how you open it, how, the alert that they get in their activity field. So, we'll be sending you this presentation after the call. But I'm going to stop talking and I'm going to let Kristin take over and show you the SMS connector. You ready, Kristin?
Absolutely. I'm going to share
All
my
right,
screen.
there you go.
All right, so share my entire screen. We just move
We see it.
some. Perfect. I'm just going to move some things in here. All right. So before I show you how it functions, let's take a look at the back end really quick and just go through the setup process. I'll give you a brief setup guide on how it is configured, and if you want a walkthrough, if you're ready to try this out, you can just reach out to RingLogix or us directly so we can walk you through these steps. So we added these carrier recently. So as you can see, you're already in here. So one thing before you start, one thing you have to take note of is that you'll have to obtain the API credentials for your RingLogix SMS. So here are the information that we will need in order for us to get this integration going. We need the API client ID, the client secret, and the username and password. So once you have all of this together with the DID that you will be utilizing for the service, you can then proceed and configure this in the TeamMate portal or the service portal. So these instructions are in here. I'm going to show you live on how that's done. So in another browser, I'm logged in as a service provider here or as a reseller at the service portal. So all you have to do is just click on SMS carriers on the left side. As you can see, I have a couple of carriers already saved for me. Now, these carrier names or these carrier profiles are inherited from the master reseller. So if you don't see your name in here, or if you don't see RingLogix in the carrier list, you might want to go to your master reseller level and add the same process. Just click on SMS carriers and you'll have an option here to add the carrier profile that you're looking for. But if it's already saved for you, you can just simply click on the three dots here under Actions, edit this. If you want to modify the API URL, as you can see, I just put test in here just to save it for this reseller account. But if you want to put in the correct value, you can do so. You also have the option to assign this to the enterprise where you want this SMS integration to happen. So later on, when you configure it, it will just show in the drop-down menu. And once you're done in this part, once you're done configuring the carrier credentials, you then go to the application templates. Now, this is what Jamie is talking about the branded application. So this is where you can brand the application. This is where you can call it your own app. So for us, we just called it One Tech SMS, and this is the actual name of the software or the app that the users will look for in Teams. So it's right here. So they'll be looking for that in their Teams catalog, app catalog. And you can also change the logos. We have two types of logos. The large icon logo will be displayed in the catalog itself, and this small one will show on the left side of Teams when it's already installed and pinned. So just important thing to note here when you're building the app is the short name, because this will be the actual name of the app. So once you have the SMS app saved at the reseller level, you can then go to the enterprises and you can search for the enterprise where you want the SMS integration to happen. Also, you have to ensure that you have the SMS service assigned to that enterprise. If you don't see it yet, if it's an existing enterprise, you just say edit enterprise and add the missing service. If you're building it from scratch, when you say add enterprise here, just assign the SMS service to that enterprise that you're creating. So say, for instance, we are building the application on this enterprise. I'm going to click this one. The next thing you have to do then is to upload phone numbers that will be utilized for this integration. So you click on the phone numbers field on the left side, you go to upload phone numbers. So you can just skip the voice carrier name for now. You can just say assign voice carrier later. If you're doing pure SMS, this is where you can see that SMS carrier profile that's built for you at the reseller level. So you just have to click the correct one in the drop-down menu, and then you look for your file. If you don't have it yet, you can download the sample file format from here. So once you have it uploaded, those DIDs will then appear in this section and you would see the capability. So this one would represent the SMS capability as well as the services. And once the DID is here, you can then go to the users pane. And this is where the magic happens. Now you search for the Teams user where you want the integration to happen. So say, for instance, it's this user. You just click on the three dots under actions, click on manage SMS. So this is where you can enable the service to that user. And this is where you can assign the DID with the carrier information. And once you have that one submitted, it will trigger a sync in the dashboard for the SMS application. So you'll have to instruct the global administrator to sync the SMS app in order for the process to take effect and to be complete. And once you see the app status is showing green, that's when we go to Teams, sign in, and look for that application deployed. So as you can see, I already have it here. So it says open. If it's brand new, it's going to say add. So the user will have an option to add and install that in their Teams. So let's open the app and check how it looks like. So once you have it loaded, you will see the DID assigned to you, to your number. Excuse me. And you will see the messages as well. So these are the recent messages. If it's already existing and if you have some recent transactions, then you will see it here. Now, we can receive MMS files as well, so long as it's within the 3 MB limit for the file size. And if you notice here on the left side, the DIDs or the recent SMS conversation that I have, some has just the number in it and some has the name. So we do contact matching as well. For example, if the person is trying to text you, or if you receive an inbound text, and if that is saved to your Outlook or to your AD contact, then we would contact match the name of the contact, however it's saved in Outlook. So for example, this one, it's saying sales SMS group. So if I show you my Outlook contacts here, the reason why it's showing that name is because I have the contact saved. As you can see, it has a mobile number. That's the reason why it's matching in the SMS application. If the contact is not yet saved, it will just show you the SMS number. So how to start a conversation with the chat. So you just click on new conversation. Again, if the contact is saved in Outlook or in AD, you can just simply type in the contact's name. If not, then you can type in the 10-digit number. And once you have that number in here, you can then compose a message. You can even put some attachment. So let me say hi. Send that out. And you would get a notification here at the top left when a new message comes in. So right there.
Yeah, so just like normal Teams activity.
Exactly. So from here, you'll have an option to respond to the inbound SMS that you've received. Um, you can just click on respond to message, and this would bring up the SMS Smart Composer. So this is outside of that app. This is now native to Teams. So using this, you can also initiate an outbound SMS. You can reply, and you can also do attachments. Same functionality as the application. It's just that this one is the one native to Teams.
And they
You'll
just
also
got that, right, Kristin? Like before that, you guys were like the first to have something like this, right?
I believe so, yes. Within Teams, it's built.
Yeah.
Yep. And then not only that you'll get it here from the activity, it will also, once you have the SMS integration built to the user, it's also going to create a channel for the DID assigned to that specific user. So as you can see, the same number that you saw earlier in the application, it created a team within Teams here. So all inbound transactions would show at the bottom or underneath that DID assigned to me. So I could also respond to the message that I got. It would also bring up the Smart Composer that I showed you earlier here. So you can initiate an outbound text. And this part right here, the reply. So you can do group SMS, not just a personal SMS, but you can also do group. So the difference is that for group SMS, it's built in the portal as well. You can have one phone number and you can assign multiple Teams user to that DID. So this is ideal for support text, for example. So if they have a support line, if a customer has a support line, then they can utilize that number and assign multiple Teams user who can cater text messages to that phone number. So say, for instance, this message came in the group text or in the group SMS, you can tag somebody who's part of the group. Let's go here because this is the group one. So you can tag someone who's part of the group. You say at, and then their name would show up in the suggestion. You can tag them and you can ask for help. Whoever wants to take care of that chat or that text want to respond to it. So this part right here will send a regular Teams chat, and this respond to message would send out an SMS.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
You can
I
also
love
do
it.
a right click on your Teams. You can do more actions, and you can look for more actions, and you can look for compose SMS, and the same thing happens. It also brings up the Smart Composer. So those are the
Very
different
cool.
ways in utilizing the SMS.
That's awesome. Thanks, Kristin. That's so cool. I love it. And remember, no license, right? So you need no licensing for Teams for this, like how you do for direct routing. So
Yeah,
cool, cool.
no need for phone license on this one. Just a regular Teams user license will do.
Awesome. I do have one thing I want to remind you all of while we're on SMS before anyone asks a question. You still do have to comply with 10 DLC with SMS and Teams. It would still be with RingLogix because this is an integration into TeamMate. So I hate to damper such a cool product with like a crappy protocol that we have to follow, but I did just want to remind you it still is going to follow 10 DLC protocol like normal. So cool, cool. So new feature. So SMS connector has been around a little while. I just think Kristin did awesome showcasing it. I just wanted everyone to see it in real life. Like I said, Eric gave us a little example on a Tech Tuesday, but Kristin went more in depth, and I love that you guys were all able to see that here. But this is a new feature. So Teams Call Recorder, what is it? Basically, it's a voice recorder for internal and external calls, right? It's very simple at its core. But here's some key features of the call recorder. So the user activation in TeamMate's EPP. If you guys don't know what EPP stands for, I won't lie to you. I had to like look it up before this webinar, but it's endpoint protection platform. So that's Microsoft's secure platform. But that's what EPP means. So user activation is in TeamMate's EPP. Teams-based captures all voice activity. Browser-based interface with single sign-on for users and admins. The recorder is going to play back or download calls. Integrated Teams app to pause or resume the call recording. So that's basically on demand, right? If we just simplify it. User groups for ease of provisioning. You're going to have retention and storage of recorded calls with Teams record or with the call recorder. TeamMate Cloud or Microsoft SharePoint storage, and you'll have audit logs. So this is a new product. There are some more things coming on the roadmap. They're looking to have a video recording, recorder, chat recording, and an AI call summary and sentiment analysis as well. So Kristin, I know those are on your roadmap. Are you able to share any dates, or is that still to be determined?
That's still to be done and to be determined. Just watch out and make sure that you are signed up to our status page because that's where we usually send release notes when the product is already available.
Cool. Sounds cool. All right, girl, you ready to show them?
All right, one
All right.
moment. Let me share my screen again.
Yeah. Sorry, we got to flip back and forth.
Yeah. All right, so this one's really simple. Call recording is available to any Teams user who already has an existing voice integration, may that be the full swing native Teams dialer or the calling app. So all you have to do is just go to the enterprise where you want this Teams recording to be enabled. So I already have this open here. Then you just go to the user section. So from here, you already know which users are configured. So those are the ones in hyperlink. As you can see, there's a PBX credential tied up to them or PBX user. The ones that are not configured, we can't enable the Teams call recording for them because they don't have any phone assignments yet or any integration for the voice service yet. So all the ones that are showing hyperlink, you'd already have access to this actions menu, and that's where you can enable that's where you can enable the call recording feature. So let me search for my user. So it's the one right here. You would see this representation. So this is the icon that would determine that call recording is enabled for the user. Just for demonstration purposes, let me show you how it's done. You just click on update user. You pick the user where you want the call recording to be enabled. And then you click on confirm update. And from here, as you can see, there's a lot of option, but you just focus on call recording. So since it's already enabled to my user, the only option that I have to do here is if I want to pause the recording for the meantime. So I would say enable on this option, or if I want to turn it off, then you would say disable. But if it's for a new user, you would say enable, you would click next, and you will get a notification here in the activity feed once that is successfully enabled. And again, you will see this call recording icon associated to the user.
Awesome.
So once that is enabled, every time a user plays an outbound call or receives a call, show you an example here, they will get a notification stating that the call is recorded. Once it's answered by the other party, let me go to this account here. And let me make sure I mute this so I don't hear my voice twice. All right. So there, if the call recording is enabled, the user will be getting this notification in their Teams when they do an outbound call or when they receive an inbound call. So it would state that the organization policy for the user requires recording for the meeting since we have it enabled. So by attending, you consent to the call being recorded. So when the
Awesome.
call is done, you hit leave. You will then have access to that recording in this website. So it's compliancerecording.connecttoteams.com. I'll just refresh it so it shows that call that we did just a little while ago.
Wow, it's that fast?
It's that fast.
That's awesome.
So right there, as you can see, so this, sorry about the distortion on the graphics. So this is where you can play back the message, you can download, and you would see the participants in that call. So as you can see, I just called myself. And if it's a meeting, let me show you an example here of a meeting one. So the participants that will show in this screen, in this portal, are the ones that also has the call recording enabled to their Teams user.
Cool.
So it's per user based. You can also assign an administrator. So you just have to go back to the portal. Sorry, not this one. You just have to go back to the portal and look for the user where you want to assign the administrator. So by making that person an admin, when they access this website, they'll have access to all the recordings in your organization.
Yeah, Carl. So the recordings are stored at compliancerecordings.connecttoteams.com. So,
Yep.
Kristin, I'll assume that they would register for that and get a login, or would that be like their same Connect to Teams like username and password?
So the login credentials for this will be your Azure AD credential or your Microsoft credentials.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yep.
Hear that, Carl? Yeah. And how long? So I'm Carl, I'll assume you're asking how long are those recorded calls available for storage? Yes.
Um, since this one is using Azure by default, so it depends on how long the expiry of your files are in Azure. I think by default it's 30 days.
But you
So
could probably
it's
change that in Azure for longer or shorter, right?
correct. Correct. Uh-huh.
You cool, Carl, on that?
And this is
Yeah.
using the
Controlled.
Azure storage as well. Yeah, so
Yep, Azure. Yep. So it's
same
definitely
policy.
controlled by same policies as Azure. Yep. Cool, cool, cool. That's awesome.
All right.
Love it. All right, let's get on to the next feature here. All right, so the next one, Teams Chat Connector. So Chat Connector enables federation of teams and other messaging platforms. So, it's designed to eliminate headaches for team-centric organizations that also use other collaborative platforms, right? We all hate that we use Teams and Slack and, we're looking everywhere for everything. So it's, moving conversations out of siloed collaboration tools with a focus on security and privacy. So you get secure cross-platform collaboration. So that's Chat Connector. Now, specifically, I believe, and Kristin will keep me honest here, Slack is the first one, right? You have some more coming on your roadmap, but Slack's the first.
That's correct.
Yep. Cool. So same some similar key features, right? Centralized control in the team's, admin of in EPP. Direct messaging between Slacks and team users. Adds Teams user to Slack channel and Slack user to team. So, it's kind of both sides of it. Supports rich text, file transfers, and fun emojis, right? More secure than Slack guest accounts. And there's no need to pay for 2 licenses. So on the roadmap, WebEx, Zoom, and WhatsApp, right? So that's, coming soon. As Kristin stated earlier, sign up for the status page at TeamMate. We'll also obviously get notified as these new new connectors launch, we'll probably toss them in our newsletter. Gabriella loves to have new things for the newsletter. So we'll also, pitch in and put that stuff in our newsletter. So, but it's Kristin's up. She's gonna show us what's going on. Oh, let me stop. There you go. It's all yours. Oh, Kristin, do I got you? Oh, I hope Kristin, we didn't lose her because I don't
Still
have it
here.
to show you. Oh, okay.
Okay. All right. So now let me show you how the chat connector works. Let me share my screen again. Okay. So since it's an application-based software, the chat app, similar to the SMS, you would also build the application template specific to the chat app. So you would go to the reseller level, click on app templates, and the same thing, build the app. Short name will be the actual name of the app for this, where we want to be deployed. Also, you can do your own branding logos and change the accent color if you want. Um, Basically, the important thing here, as I would always say, is just the short name, because this is the actual name of the app that the users will look for in Teams. And once this is built, similar to SMS service, you go to the enterprises, you look for the enterprise where you want to deploy this service. So, say for instance, it's this one right here. Then you would click on App Management on the left. And app management is where you can make modification to the specific enterprise. So there are some customers who would want to put their own branding to it. So this is where you would come in and modify that. The other one that I showed you earlier is for you to save the template as a reseller. So once you're happy with the modification on the app, you can then click on Save Chat Setting for the enterprise. And this would trigger a sync in the enterprise dashboard. So we advise them to log into the enterprise portal, complete the sync. And once you see the app is deployed right here, it's going to show you the actual name of the application, deployed to, and the status. So once it's showing green, all the users, Teams users, will have access to that application so long as they have the Teams license. So they would go into their Teams and they can look for the app, same place, app built for your org. So it's right here. It's called the Teams link. You can just click on add. So it would create a little icon here on the left side. So this is where the linking happens. That's the reason why we call this application Teams link, because this would link the two chat platforms, Teams and Slack. So when you initially deploy the app, you would get this greeting that you have successfully deployed the application. The next thing to do is view or put in the commands. So the first command that you want to put in is to add a Slack workspace. So this is the command add Slack workspace, and then the actual Slack workspace of the organization that you're trying to link into your Teams. So that would be the one right here. So when that is initiated, you will then get a notification when the user or the end party was able to deploy the app. So you'll get this example here. So then you can start inviting the actual contact, the actual Slack contact to this conversation. So the next command will be invite, and then the actual Slack contact's email address. And once they have deployed the application, like my user here, so I have the Teams link deployed. So this is where I can add a non-Slack contact. So I would be able to do a chat with them. So just Teams. When I click on add contact, I would be able to add a Teams user ID in here. And once added and linked to that Teams user, we'll then be able to exchange conversation. So as you can see, this message came from my Teams account, and this is how it looks like in Teams when you receive a message from the Slack with a linked application.
Very cool.
Yeah. So this is the two platforms that we have for now. More to come soon.
Awesome. Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah.
I'm seeing some of this for the first time too, guys. So that like if you're, you know, my awe. I saw the deck, but it's like way cooler in person than the screenshots, of course. So cool, cool. So last but certainly not least, Operator Connect Express, also known as OCE. So it's an alternative to traditional Operator Connect model. So it's available through Scipio Partner Program. You sell SIP trunks to the team phones. DIDs are provisioned in that TeamMate EPP. You have enhanced flexibility, zero setup cost, and there's no tile in the Teams admin center. So I have these slides and I actually stole them from Kristin and Eric's presentation of, difference between Operator Connect versus Operator Connect Express, and then Operator Connect Express versus SIP Trunking Connect. So I'm not going to read these to you. This is more of like a leave behind. But I wanted you to have these slides. Like I said, I stole them out of Eric's original presentation. So Kristin, you're up again, and it'll be the last time, but I'm gonna let you show them Brader Connect Express.
All right. Let me share my screen one more time. Okay, so Operator Connect Express, for me, this is the most straightforward part in configuring a trunk service, voice service, because all you have to do really is just go into the service portal, add an enterprise, and that enterprise wouldn't have to register their enterprise. They don't have to create direct routing. They don't have to go through the permissions and all that. As soon as you're done building them and adding them, you can just click on them. And from there, you would be able to add a trunk profile. So you just go to trunks and then profiles. And for this type of integration, you'll have to click on add trunk, add provider trunk, because it won't require you to put in the direct routing domain for this. If you do it on this way, add trunk profile, that's when it would ask you to set up direct routing. So that defeats the purpose of this solution. So you want to say add trunk provider. And once you have successfully built the trunk, it's going to show here. It will show you the description. So as you can see, this trunk that I built is for Operator Connect. And once you're done building the trunk, you can then go to the phone numbers page here on the left side, and you can upload DIDs. You just have to make sure that the DIDs that you have downloaded, let me show you the file really quick, or the DID that you have uploaded are set to the Operator Connect in the voice route section in column F. In that case, when you have it uploaded in the portal, it would show this option to configure the number for Operator Connect. So as you can see, I already have one configured for Operator Connect. I'm going to show you how it's done on the second number here. So I'll say configure number for Operator Connect. You'll have the reseller and then the enterprise. Provider trunk, so this is the one we built earlier, the trunk profile. You would click on that on the drop-down menu. The Scipio region, so it's up to you as to which one you want to apply. So the best practice here is we pick the one closest to the customer's Azure location. So for this demonstration, I'm going to do TeamMate US1. Civic address. This part is built in the Teams admin center. So we have to ensure that the customer has a civic address saved in their Teams admin center location. So let me show you where that's done. So you want to go here to Teams admin center. You go to locations and ensure that they have an emergency address added in here in order for that to just easily show in the form later on when you configure the DID. And once that's done, you just click on save. It'll take a few minutes to have it fully activated, but as soon as it's fully activated, you go back to Teams Admin Center right here, go to voice, phone numbers, and you would see the DID. So as you can see, this is the one that I uploaded. So the other one is still in the process of getting here. So once you see the phone number that you've uploaded or that you have enabled for Operator Connect, you just click on Edit and assign that to the user. And once it is assigned to the user, when they sign into Teams, they will also have an access to this dial pad with their DID in them.
Awesome.
So, yeah,
That looks way easier than I've seen before when you did it, like, right, with regular Operator Connect.
very easy. It's going to save them the permissions part. So you don't even have to bother the global administrator to log into the portal and do some stuff for you. You can just go full swing in the service portal for the integration part and the
That's
provisioning
awesome.
part. Yeah.
It's really cool. Awesome stuff. And, you
Yep.
know, and we'll get some step instructions from Kristin and Eric and get those added to the knowledge base for the new features and SMS Connect. So obviously we're going to publish this webinar to our YouTube channel. So you will have this to watch if you're getting into this, and we'll get you some step-by-step instructions as well. So thank you, Kristin.
My
Because
pleasure.
thank you. We knew I wouldn't be able to do that. So Kristin's the boss there. Now, everybody's always asking me about pricing, so I wanted to make sure that I had it ready for today's call. So the RingLogix partner cost per user for these new features. So SMS connector, super inexpensive, $1.10 a user. That's your cost as a partner. You'll obviously mark that up for your customers so you can make that extra money on that. Teams call recorder is $7.50 per user. Chat connector is $1.50 per user, and Operator Connect Express 50 cents per user, right? How like inexpensive is that to like do what Kristin just did that fast? Just a side note too, a lot of the actions that Kristin was performing today is in the TeamMate Connected Teams portal. So in order to do anything, excuse me, with teammates that you saw today, you'll need to be added to the TeamMate portal. Sorry. Losing my voice, which some people might like. But you'll submit a ticket to Partner Success if you'd like to be added to the TeamMate portal, and we will take care of that for you. Excuse me. I'm dying over here for some reason. Excuse me. Oh, hopefully that went away. Okay. All right, we'll leave that open we have a little bit of time left for some questions. If you guys have questions, hopefully between Kristin and I, we'd be able to answer them for you if anybody wants to ask anything. If not, we'll end up letting you guys leave early. I know we already had some questions earlier from Carl. Thank you, sir. No, everybody, Kristin did so awesome that nobody has any questions. Oh, wait, I have my Q&A. Oh, for the TeamMate portal, Carl, it's just a ticket, but hit me up via email if you want me to add you. I'll get you added. Just remind me via email. Or if or a ticket would be great, with RingLogix. We have a reseller profile that we add our partners to. So either ticket or let me know and we'll take care of that for you. And then Wayne gives you like a little instruction on how to use it a little bit, and we'll get some more instructions for you. Sorry, Carl, I was dying when I was showing that slide, so there you go. But yeah, ticket with Partner Success or me directly. Good question. All right, anybody else? And oh, just a side note, If you didn't see the first webinar that we did with TeamMate regarding direct routing and PBX connector, in RingLogix University under Advanced Services, there is a course with that webinar in there. So if you're interested to see like where it all started, you can definitely watch that video. That's one of the longer ones in RingLogix University because it is a webinar, so it's about an hour long. So, all right. Well, if there's no further questions, I'm going to let you guys go and get a little time in your day back. If you were too shy to ask something on the webinar, just hit me up with an email and we'll talk offline. So thank you, Kristin. Thank you, Gabriella. Thank you,
Thank you,
Anthony, for
everyone.
joining us. Anthony was here. But I appreciate everyone and you all have a great day. Bye.